This is the Rebel Call channel. Welcome to today's show. I want to talk about another movie, show, series that's out there called Fallout, which is actually a series that's going to be on Amazon Prime. For those of you that don't know, Amazon Prime merged with MGM. A lot of us grew up in a day where MGM made the movies. Well, now Prime is merged because Jeff Bezos has such an interest, of course, in propaganda and spellcasting on so many people out there, since, of course, the New World Order looks like it could be built on the backbone of Amazon enslavement technology, which will, of course, monitor every single breath that we take, every single move that we make. No pun intended when I'm referencing the song by The Police, because that's literally what is going to occur. So there's a new series that's based on a video game called Fallout, and I have to cover it because, again, they're talking about the apocalypse. They're showing you a post-apocalyptic world. And there's so much programming tied into this stuff that people really need to be paying attention. That they constantly are telling us about zombie apocalypse, post-apocalyptic worlds over and over and over and over again, while celebrities and all these billionaires that these people allow to have influence in the world are building bunkers underground. Not only bunkers, they're building cities underground, and we know the highway system and the highway network that already runs underneath America and runs underneath a lot of countries now. These people are planning on leaving, and guess what? They plan on destroying the surface of the earth in the meantime with their technology that they will blame on the climate, because they don't want you to realize that these psychopaths are literally burning the world around us on purpose so that they could rebuild it. And this trailer I'm going to play for you is filled with so much Masonic, basic Illuminati signs and symbols that we see all the time. And you can even see in the logo for Fallout, you have the lightning bolt right in the logo. Again, is the movie about Flash, the superhero? Is the movie about Kiss, the band? Is the movie about about Marilyn Manson? Is the movie about chasing after thunderstorms? No, it's not. But we see, of course, the lightning bolt because it represents Satan, as told to us in Luke chapter 10, verse 18. I saw Satan fall like lightning from heaven. So the lightning bolt, of course, is right in this, because this is a production of Satan. This is what Satan is really trying to do to God's creation, the earth, right? God created the earth, so Satan wants to destroy the earth and rebuild the earth. And this is obviously a motto. This rebirth motto has everything to do with Freemasonry and secret societies who have their thumbprint all over this film, as does the director of the film, Jonathan Nolan, who is the brother of Christopher Nolan. Christopher Nolan, of course, all of his films filled with so much predictive programming. All the Batman films, of course, the hook at Sandy programming that we saw on the maps inside of the movie. We even just saw what happened over in Moscow at the quote-unquote opera house, which was right out of a Christopher Nolan film as well. Tenet, which I covered over on the website. So here is the trailer I'll play for you. Then we'll go through the premise and the plot. But listen to some of the stuff in there. There's references to the Brotherhood. There's references, of course, you'll see 33 symbolism, because there's literally the vault number 33 is what this person comes out of. And of course, they're coming out to recreate humanity, to build about really a new world post-apocalypse. But remember, the damage and destruction that they're talking about causing here on Earth is all going to be done deliberately by the same people who want to cause a phoenix rising rebirth of society. Take a look and keep an eye on the technology as well, and the mentioning of organ harvesting.
A veritable Camelot of the nuclear age. Not made by God Almighty, but the working man.
You can be a hero by purchasing a residence in a Vault-Tec vault today. Because if the worst should happen tomorrow, the world is going to need you to build a better day after.
The mission of the vaults should be important to everyone. To come up to the surface one day and restart civilization.
Set the world, they just want to start.
Simply going to harvest your organs.
You come from a world of rules, of laws.
Why did you join the Brotherhood?
To hurt the people who hurt me.
Look out at this wasteland. It's like chaos. But there's always somebody behind the wheel.
Everyone wants to save the world. They just agree on how.
So the calling card or the motto, the tagline of this new TV series is that the world deserves a better ending. Fallout, the world deserves a better ending. And some of the stuff we saw in this trailer were very obvious signs, of course, of the New World Order's handprint on it and what they're really trying to do here. And again, if you don't understand how predictive programming works, it doesn't just, a lot of people just think it has to do with conditioning you into accepting what they're going to do. It actually has a lot to do with programming your behavior after the fact, okay? Programming your behavior after the fact. So they're telling you ahead of time how you should behave and what you should do post the things that they're going to cause. It's manufacturing behavior on top of course, predictive programming, which shows us ahead of time the events that they have planned to do to all of us. Of course, they will never admit to this because they don't want you to know how psychological operations work. So you saw in the back of the woman's clothing, Vault 33 is the premise of the entire thing, right? I mean, could it be more in our faces, right? The premise of the show is the show depicts the aftermath of an apocalyptic nuclear exchange in an alternate history of Earth where advances in nuclear tech after World War II lead to the emergence of a retro-futuristic society and a subsequent resource war, right? The reality of it is they're not really telling you what a post-World War II will look like. They're talking about what the future of our current world they plan on making it look like. And a lot of these people who are going to be in bunkers are going to emerge from bunkers, but a lot of them will be the elitists, of course. So the survivors took refugee and fallout bunkers known as vaults, built to preserve humanity in the event of a nuclear annihilation. 219 years later, a young woman leaves behind her home in Vault 33 to venture out into the dangerously brutal, hostile, savage, and unforgiving wasteland of a devastated Los Angeles, which really could just be a current look at Los Angeles. So we saw the 33, we saw the eye patch with the person wearing 33 right on their neck collar. Could it be more in our faces, right? What happened? She poked herself in the eye in the post. Oh, sorry, I shouldn't speculate because some dork will comment and say, well, you have to understand the backstory of why she's wearing an eye patch. Oh, okay, tell me the backstory. What is it? Oh, was she accidentally plucking her eyebrows and she stuck the tweezer in? Is that what happened? Oh, my bad. There's no symbolism to this, you know? Is she imitating Madonna and Lady Barfbag and every other celebrity? Is she pretending to be a pirate in the post-apocalyptic world? Is that what it is? They deliberately get that in the trailer too? So that, you know, we all would know this ahead of time, or were they just rubbing it in our faces, right? And in addition to that, of course, in the trailer, they show us the black and white Masonic checkerboard floor because it has to be in there, right? Nobody thinks any further to how set design works, how these people get jobs on set to do the actual set design, like it's just some person who randomly picked black and white tile floors. I mean, again and again and again, right? Just like somebody randomly was like, wouldn't it be really unique and creative if we had the person have an eye patch on and the number 33 happen to be the vault that they come out of to recreate the world? Well, they're telling you, of course, the people who are going to recreate and leave Vault 33 are the Freemasons, because the Freemasons are the ones who are currently destroying the current world that we're living in, and they haven't even gotten started yet. They're just doing it right now with civil unrest, with propaganda. But they're going to be doing more and more of these direct energy weapon hits, which, of course, it goes higher than Freemasonry. But Freemasonry, the origins, the number 33, are all really the same in the occult. They worship Lucifer, right? That's Cult 33 that we're seeing here, Vault 33, right? So the people who come out happen to be from Vault 33, who have this new vision of what the world is going to look like, right? Post-apocalyptic world. And it's very interesting. They tell us it's World War II, yet we see all these transhumans walking around, right? We saw this technology that wouldn't have existed in a post-World War II apocalypse, but they're saying that they're just reimagining it. So we're all supposed to just conveniently believe, not tie anything in to the technology advancements at the time period. And of course, the organ harvesting that the one-eyed robotic monster also was interested in doing. I mean, this stuff is so in our faces at this point. They obviously don't care. Because, look, one of the things to come out of what just occurred a few years ago when we were all locked up in our homes is the pushback that was given, right? Those are one of the things they study. Because if they know that their lives are at stake, that there could be a rebellion, et cetera, they'll stop. But they see that they could still get away with all these things, so they'll continue to put it right in front of our faces. And the majority of people, when they see, you know, the life here in Fallout in a post-apocalyptic world where there's drones flying around, they don't realize that they're preparing you for what it's going to look like if you do come out on the other side of what they have planned here, which is going to be, you know, more than just, they talk about nuclear attacks. And a lot of people, again, there's questions about if nukes are even real based on the footage that we've been shown of nukes. Just like Most people question the moon landing based on the ridiculous footage that we've been shown. So you should question if a nuke is real. Now you can believe whatever you'd like to believe in regards to a nuke, but they do have direct energy weapons, and they can fry things in the snap of their finger and make it look like a direct energy weapon was actually a nuke, right? They can do all sorts of things because they manipulate your reality because they run and control the news, which obviously contorts your view of the world, because you look at this box, they show you something happening in another country, another state, and you'll believe that it's real, and all you'll need to do is see it because they have that, ooh, it's the news, it's real, it's reality, this is what's occurring, right? The reality of the matter is it's not, it's manufactured, but they could tell you whatever they want. They could wipe this country out with a direct energy weapon and 5 seconds later tell you that Russia threw a nuke here and everybody will believe it, and then they'll herd you the way they want to herd you. So Fallout, again, just more of what they have planned for our, futuristic society, right? The Westworld director, Jonathan Nolan, and I've covered Westworld. And if you haven't seen the videos I've done on Westworld, they're available on the website. Go through the archive on there. There's thousands of videos over there. Westworld predictive programming of 5G and the black goo, that substance that's inside of people, is absolutely mind-blowing how out in the open the predictive programming in Westworld is with connecting human beings to these towers around us and how they have planned doing it. It's pretty incredible. Okay, so those videos are available on the website. But Jonathan Nolan, his brother Christopher Nolan, known for predictive programming, Jonathan Nolan, known for it. I guess they just have an interest in this post-apocalyptic world, right? Westworld and now Fallout. This guy it just fascinates him, right? So do lightning bolts and 33s, which again, I get it that he didn't write the script, that this is based off a video game. Not that I played the game, but I read the premise here that it's based off a video game. But let's be realistic. I mean, what they're telling us here with the people leaving the vault who happen to be from Vault 33 and who have plans for what the future of the world is going to look like after they wipe it out. I mean, it's pretty incredible how in our faces it truly is. So that's Fallout. I wanted to do a video on it. Couldn't be more in our faces, but at this point, everything's right in our faces. And always remember with predictive programming, it's not just about programming you to accept it. It's about programming people's behaviors and how they should act and what they should do in a post-apocalyptic world, and with everything else with predictive programming, right? When they show you all this stuff with Purge movies, they're showing you predictive programming because they want to manufacture that type of behavior in these staged events that they create with the CIA, right? A lot of these riots and protests, they want you to behave in a certain manner, and they program you ahead of time to behave that way. So Fallout, ladies and gentlemen, I guess the fall, they're not referencing Lucifer's fall by any chance, right? They're just referencing a fallout. That's all. Big old coincidence, just like everything else. I thank you for being here, everybody. Hope you're all doing well. God bless you as always, and your families.